Hello, my name is John Pierson and this is the Workout Network. The Workout Network is a private personal training studio based in the City of London in between Monument and Fenchurch Street on St Mary's at Hill. We provide personal trainers with an alternative solution to training their clients in the city. We provide a gym where you only pay for the time that you use. I'm a London boy and I've lived here my whole life. I was born in Roehampton. I grew up in Barnes. I went to school in Sheen. I attended Richmond upon Thames College. I went back to Roehampton University and now I live in Putney. So it's kind of embarrassing that I've made it a quarter of a mile from where I was born to where I live right now. I became a personal trainer in 2013, so before recording this I had to double check my certificates, but yeah, I've been a personal trainer since 2013 and I did 2 years before that as a fitness instructor. My personal training career has been almost exclusively in the city. I worked for 5 years near London Bridge, 3 years in the city itself, and somehow did 2 years exclusively online during the pandemic. Like most of the people that have been in the fitness industry, I've followed lots of different trends. I have done bodybuilding unsuccessfully, powerlifting competently, weightlifting with mixed results, sometimes good and sometimes bad. And currently I am riding my road bike around Richmond Park. My hobbies are primarily sports as well. I like skiing with mixed results, but no life-threatening injuries so far, and tennis where the only real danger is whether or not the racket comes back in one piece. The Workout Network was born out of the pandemic, and like many I felt completely out of my depth, but the revolution of online personal training was a real lifesaver and one that I am eternally grateful for. After the restrictions were eased, I was met with the first big decision. I needed to find a space that I could train my clients, but without sacrificing this newfound online element and being my own boss. When I started to look at the options that were out there, I couldn't find anything that really worked for the business that I'd created. They either required me to go back to doing 45 hours in the studio, or the rents were just too high for me. So in April 22, I started the process of opening this studio with hopefully ambitions of doing things slightly different and trying to create a better way for trainers to work with their clients. The most important part of finding a space for me was the location. It needed to be convenient for the group of clients that I was building. And I also wanted to create a space that was functional and had equipment, but that felt personal. I knew that I didn't want to go back to being a self-employed trainer paying large rents. I knew that I had to marry the online and the in-person stuff in a way that I hadn't seen before, creating a space that mirrored the working practices of my clients who were now not necessarily in 5 days a week, allowing me to do remote training from my home, allowing me to do in-person training with clients in the studio. So the Workout Network has flexible booking for trainers who only pay for the space when they're using it. Marketing for so many personal trainers, and particularly myself, is a really difficult beast to crack. The studio has access to some good lighting. We also have some audio equipment and good sound equipment. And we've also got some 360 cameras, which give you a really unique way of capturing some content for social media and an easy way to deliver something slightly different and interesting. I wasn't certain how I would attract new clients and how I would create the content that didn't make me feel like I was trying to sell or push something that isn't really in line with what I'm about. Alongside the studio, we have a members area where trainers can relax between their clients, run their businesses, do their admin, and connect with other therapists within the Light Centre. Ownership was massively important to me. I was tired of not having autonomy over parts of my life that I really wanted to have ownership over. Having my shifts set out for me, the clients that I would work with, times when I could go on holiday, but most distressingly was that the relationships that I was creating with clients was being monetized by a third party, which was making the experience really tough. Early mornings, late nights, and not really seeing the results of the effort that you're putting in. The Workout Network is looking for people who themselves are looking for what I was looking for, a flexible option in the city that has a nice feel, privacy to train their own clients, and the ability to grow within that space. I don't think anybody really wants anything other than the opportunity to create and grow. If this feels like something you might be interested in, it would be wonderful to hear from you. You can contact me on john@theworkoutnetwork.co.uk. Thanks for listening.